A very good afternoon, everyone. Today we have with us Miss K S Shashirekha from Sri Gururaja Academy. So before we get into our session, let me introduce her briefly with you. Miss K S Shashirekha has done her MSc Electronics from Mysore University. She was in the IT industry for over 10 years in the field of the smart card domain, doing research and developmental work. And she worked in CFTRI and BARC as a project assistant. The second phase of her life started when her son arrived and she had to give up her job to take care of him. She enjoyed that phase of her life, which was a motherhood, for 8 long years, and during that time did her B.Ed from Bangalore University and went on to become a lecturer in AECS Magnolia PU college in physics. And during the time when she was doing her B.Ed, she realized the potential of teaching. And she realized also that children did not really have a strong foundation and would unnecessarily argue for marks rather than in-depth understanding of knowing where they did wrong and rectifying them. But she was still, despite all that, she was able to win them over with love and affection and gained respect by guiding them in a proper way. And she had in her mind that she must do something about this. And that's how she ended up starting her academy, even without knowing the know-hows of how to go ahead. Even during the pandemic, she continued to teach in high spirits, although she underwent a surgery which was in the ankle. But one thing she believes in: never give up on your dreams. And nothing in life comes easily. If it comes, we don't respect it. She got enrolled for DDIP, which is Digital Deepak Internship Program in Digital Marketing, and completed that course successfully. Now she also has a website and is also figured in Google My Business. She would really love that all of her students from her academy become a valuable and knowledgeable citizen of the country. A very warm welcome to you once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much for really introducing me like this. I'm honored.
So to begin with, Shashirekha, I would like to know that where is your academy located?
It is located in Kanakpura Road, Vajrali Metro Station. And behind that, it's walkable from that. And definitely, if you want to know further, you can search it in Google Maps. So you will get the detailed address.
So tell me that when did you actually establish, or when did it come into being, your academy?
It came at 2017 when I started. And that was how it came into picture.
So how many children do you usually take in a batch?
In a batch, I usually take 7 to 8. That is a maximum I take, because I give individual attention to the group. And that means if there is a group, there is also competitiveness, and they will also listen to you. And there's also a personal touch, because I cater to 8th to 12th. They don't open up easily. So they are little bit, conservative. They are so closed-minded. They are very sensitive to issues. So you have to go and address them, asking them and being very friendly with them. Then they'll start opening up their issues, mental problems, and that's how we go about them. So this is the way I have structurized. It's just not about reading mathematics, physics or chemistry that everybody will do. That is not a great thing, but to understand them where they are stuck with the problems during the process of learning. and showing them the right direction in going about and solving them.
So you already told me that in a particular batch you take about 7. So it's about 7:1. That is the student-teacher ratio that you follow.
Yeah.
So what are the subjects exactly that you cater to, and which subjects do you kind of teach in your academy?
At present, from up till now, we have taken about physics, chemistry, maths, but now teachers are tying up with me. They are ready to take even for lower classes, but we have to also, I have seen that, so they are ready to come and join me. Slowly, I am seeing like-minded teachers to get enrolled with me, and so that I can give best to the best service to the students as well as parents are satisfied. This is a whole thing that I am working on.
Do you also plan to have something for languages?
Yeah, languages also teachers are there, like Hindi, Sanskrit, and they have come. But slowly I need, but parents also should understand, they consider that means everything is very cheap, but it is not cheap here, because they have to come from vehicle, they have to come here, they have to be dedicated. And knowledge will not come in 1 or 2 days. It takes that amount of time to be both to be dedicated. Teacher as well as student, because the students, what are the difficult, each student has got a difficult process of learning the subject. So I always believe that see, when we or you or anybody pays, that time what will happen, there is always a psychological aspect in your mind that I should be very clear, I should go on time to the class. Once you come on time, then the learning cycle comes into picture. So I can even handle the teacher also, because the teachers, I have seen that they leave the schools very fast, especially for languages. That is why, because they are not paid enough. So now we have to see that we give some importance to that money and we make them stick there. Both of them, if they stick only, then there is some miracle happening. Don't stick, then miracles will not happen anywhere, either in business, either in learning, nowhere it takes place.
Very true.
For success.
Yes, very true.
This is how it is. See, we consider that what language means what. No. Everywhere you give importance, then that importance will give you back. But it takes some time. We don't have that patience nowadays.
Yeah, very true. So tell me that when the children come to you, of course, wanting help, how do you make sure that you give them appropriate kind of a help? And because how is it when each class is different and every child is unique, so how do you make sure that every child is able to get help on an individual basis when they come to you?
See, first thing is they would have not understood the concept. So first, small concept I will teach. Then I'll ask each individual person whether they have understood it or not. So if they have understood, or if they're telling that yes, they have understood, that's okay. The next day what I will do is I will ask questions and I'll tell them the method. That means they have to revise those concepts properly. And I'll make them write the concepts. And I will tell them to write. For example, if you go in maths, if I'm taking the class, or even if my teachers are taking the class, I will tell them the instructions that they have to write from right-hand side to left-hand side, left-hand side to right-hand side. Because that only they won't do. And that is where they fall. So all the basic things, I will be teaching them. Suppose they don't know even the basic things when they are going for higher standards, then I will go backwards little bit and then teach them. If it is too backwards, then I will tell their parents that, see, it is like this. If you expect me to teach, then I will have to keep another teacher to teach. Or you take that, then cost will go high. Or you take some initiatives little bit, because their whole thing is very lagging. No? That becomes which standard should I take? Should I take that standard or the previous standard? Little bit I will teach. So some little bit is there, it's okay. If you are in 8th standard and 10th standard, you come okay. But they will be sometimes in 5th standard. That means that knowledge level is so low. That time either parents have to work hard. So if the parents tell I don't have at all time, then we have to work to satisfy that. And then I will have to allocate teacher and see that that whole concept is taught properly. That means sometimes it's not enough. Because the boards ask the application oriented problems where you'll have to know a little bit. You would have to do some 1 week if you do those type of problems. Definitely they will be back. I have seen that students are doing now that, and they are really, from where they are accelerating. That is so nice to see them going in that way, and from 50% to 91, 95% they accelerate in boards. So when they join, they'll be just 50%. So this is how I am moving. I'm really trying to see that I give the knowledge to the next generation because that is what is going to keep them going or surviving. We have to have multiple skills nowadays to survive. You cannot tell that I don't want this. The mathematics and statistics nowadays they are using in artificial intelligence, marketing, business, how people are working. See, so therefore don't think that your probability is also used. Don't think that I'm learning only for the sake of writing the examination. Don't do that. Then you're going to change the perspective of learning, and then it's going to be implemented everywhere. And you feel very fun, when you learn properly. You see how nice. And then I tell sometimes, see, this is how it is. This is how it is. Even students absorb it and they become interested in the subject. So that is how I focus more on learning. I'm not bothered about marks. I'm not bothered about schools, what they do, what they are not doing. Why I should be bothered? They may run off. I'll not do. I will go with slowly. Parents first feel that I'm going slowly. But when they start seeing the results and when the students are really performing with lot of interest and they're coming to the class, they will only, then they'll back out. They'll tell you, we understood what it is.
No, absolutely. That's so true. I think it's, and teaching them at their pace and slowly, I'm sure you ensure that the learning actually takes place and it's not at a superficial level, which is so required. Absolutely. So you've anyway already told me that you do personalize the plan for every child, right? So depending on what need a child has, you actually do it at a individual kind of a plan that you make for them, right?
Yeah, like what is if I give some problems first, because I'll teach them the basic concepts and do the problems and show them. Then I want them to do and show it to me so that I know where their absorption level has come down. If it has come down, to what extent it has come down. If he is not even understanding the basic thing, then I have to tell the parents, see, this is where your kid is, it is like this. So what is that you want to do? So that is how we have to be, instead of teaching 50 people, I teach less people, but I'm happy they are growing. You see, when somebody asked me at some point of time, you're only teaching to one kid, you're telling academy. I told you, see, at present, maybe I have got only one kid. It's okay, but that kid is working, no? 1 hour I'm teaching, that kid is showing interest, no? What else I want? I'm changing that. And I've changed many students' future. I've seen how they become so beautifully different person. Parents also may not know, even a child will not know. But I know internally what has happened, how much of effort I have put. And it's a change. So therefore, life is not that you're going to be in high heights. You are also going to be in low heights and high heights. That we have to also teach our the next generation, because life is like that. Life is to take challenges. You will not going to be very high. And if it is very high also, you don't like it because there is no challenge there. It has to come down, then again you have to go up. That roller coaster ride is always challenging.
Yes.
This is the, one thing, I don't know if I'm telling too much.
The fun of life.
Yeah.
Going up and down, absolutely. And it's like you said, it's so important, like even if it's like one child at a time, sometimes people think that the numbers have to be big, but they don't understand that when a difference is made, it is one child at a time, and that's where you see the actual difference.
So that is there.
Yes, absolutely. So tell me, what is the kind of environment that you look at building in your tuition, or rather the academy, when children come there? What kind of an environment, the atmosphere that you would like to create when the child comes to your academy?
I would like to create friendly, loving, motivational, inspirational. If they are low, I'm going to tell all the high stories. How many times Edison failed? How many times his lab was, in fact, if you see the Edison's, the way he built up the electricity, still we are all remembering his what outcome and results, and we are utilizing it also. But how many failures, how many pains he had to undergo. Did he get, you see, everybody wants result very fast, but results don't come. That's how it is. Why? Because there are many factors to get that result. If you are doing research, you do not know. When he was doing research, you should see how many filaments. He tried with 2000 filaments in order to get tungsten as the right one. And that too, there was not metals and non-metals totally were not done research of how many. Okay, at that time only 50 were there. From that only he tried and he did and he built them from an alloy, and he did. He took 2000, 2000 material, and finally he came to one. And so how much time did it take? It took a lot of time. And that time his assistant told him that what, so many failures, 2000 of failures. But see the attitude of a scientist. He tells that it's not a failure, it's a learning curve. From 2000 I got this. So those are not correct for this. So that's how we have to build that attitude. And I failed. Failed means I got very less in 10th. But that was my change. It was a total change, that how I should learn maths, how I should do, and how I should work on my mind. Nobody works on mind. Schools don't teach about mind, how to keep the memory in the syllabus, how to go and learn it methodologically. All this we are teaching, and it takes a lot of effort in going in that way and teaching them and showing the inspirational. So today, when they get very less marks, they're so depressed. I have seen in the online class last time when they logged in for 10th standard pre-boards, they got, I think so, very less marks. So I'm talking to them, they're not responding. They're not even telling good evening. They're so scared, as if in the shell some big something they have done wrong. Then I had to tell them, see, you have not done anything wrong. Why? They have given early. You see, what you do, in a cooker you put rice and you cook them. It takes 40 minutes, for one glass of rice to happen. Before that only you take off that and you tell, you see, rice has not happened. Yes, it would have not boiled and it would have not been in a way where we can consume it. Obviously, why did you take early? You have taken before the time it has really reached the optimum level. You took it off from the fire and you want to have it. You will not have it. So this is what has happened with your pre-boards. Give it some more time. Give it for learning again. I've got even videos, students, I just rectified their mindset. Go for learning, the marks will automatically come, and you're going to think in different direction. You're not going to think, I'm a failure, I'm useless. That aspect is really gone now. You're not useless. Who told you? You're more than all those things. So all these inspirational, motivational stories, it's going to help them. It helps them a lot.
Yes.
They only tell. Huh?
That's so amazing. I said, I'm sure that it will be inspiring them so much. And like you said, it's just not about the teaching. It's also beyond that. And, the fact that you take care of them, talk to them when they feel low and inspire them, that will go a long way. And that's when learning takes place, when they are relaxed. Absolutely. That's an amazing thing that you do. So tell me, do you also keep tutors? And if so, what is the basis on which you kind of select them?
Tutors, that's what I have tied up with them. They are also like, I do a part-time teaching. They also, because nowadays sometimes they have got, so they come here, they are MSc, B.Ed. And I also see more than qualification for me is they have to stick on. First thing is they have to stick on. Both have to stick on, because we have to study the student, first thing. Second thing is their qualification. How do they teach? And then their willingness to really give to the society. That is not there, and they should have a lot of patience. Nowadays, what happens, youngsters, they come, how much you're going to pay, how much you're going to do. Arey, yaar, payment, wow, who will not be paying? Definitely, I'm going to pay. I'm not going to do that and all. I don't like all those things, so I will definitely pay. But they have to also service, no? So I brought my reputation to one level with lot of hard work that they will not know, but I know it, how much hard work it is. I'm not taking, during Corona times when I was in surgery, I did not take one. Only that week, the doctor had told, next week I was up and I was teaching all of them. And so that is how it is very challenging, but you should not, you should help them, you should see that they learn, and you should also have fun with them, you should love them, but in that you have to also bring strictness, why you did not bring, why you should have done it. So, and then if you don't do it, I will tell your parents, then is that okay? So you are also mentally, you're preparing them, see, you don't do, it is not correct. But here also you're pampering them that you should do. So you have to balance all these things, you have to be in love with the kids. Kids are like that. Yes. So, and nowadays, in our days and all, we used to get scoldings, but we used to be more positive because we were 3 or 2 or 3. Now they are only 1 or 2. They are highly pampered. You should not tell them any negative word, but you should get the work done. That is the main thing. Absolutely. So whatever possible ways, I am working on. Best what I can give. What is that I can give.
So tell me, though of course, in school especially this is relevant, but it's also relevant to, I would say, the people who run tuition centers or academies. Safety has become such an important part of our daily lives, especially due to few incidents that occurred a couple of years back. Parents have become very, very careful and very concerned about this aspect. So are there some kind of safety measures that you are in place at your academy?
Safety measures in terms of corona or in terms of what?
Measures in terms of, when there is in case you are not present, there is a male teacher, there are girl students as well. So do you kind of take care of?
Actually, I only take where I also give the lessons to when I am present only. So both of us will be working. So I'll be going in and around. So I just don't hand over and I do.
Okay. For so me, you're always around.
Yeah, I'll be there. Okay. And for me, male teachers, I have not. Even if they are there, they were in online. They were there. They were in online, so online there is
no problem.
No problem. So that was the issue. And now online has come little bit. I agree that I should be more in offline because teaching is education is the third thing that we all require. First is food, water, and next is shelter, and then third is only education. If we are not giving importance to education, then what else we are giving to the next generation? So we have to see. They may tell me, many parents come and tell me, see, why you are making physics, chemistry and all if they don't learn. It's not that. At least you're going into some subjects and seeing whether you like those subjects. Which subject you like. Then find your way in which area you want to aspire and go about. And certain basic things, if you know, somewhere in life it will be helpful. Somewhere something will be helpful. It will never be helpful is your assumption. You have to consider that it will be helpful and it will become helpful.
Yes, absolutely.
Positive. Being positive is what I consider.
Yes, very true. So tell me that, when it comes to exams, whether it's school-going exams or competitive exams, so do you one is that in case the children are having exams in their school, do you help them prepare for those exams? And when it comes to any kind of competitive exams, that you give them help in that as well?
See, first thing is my method itself, I would have told them. That method helps even in all. I'll tell how your mind and brain works. So that will help them to really prepare for the exam. So my all subjects learning and all prior only would have really been done. So if something is remaining, I'll tell you, see, you cannot prepare. Even if you're going to prepare for board exam, 100% you're going to prepare for everything is not possible, because somewhere something you will live and go. So I'll tell, when you have left and if you're not comfortable with, live and go. Don't worry. When are we all going to feel bad? Means we as a human being, when we know something and when we don't write. So we should understand the psychological of mind. When we know something, we don't perform it properly, that time it's going to prick us badly. So when we do not know something, it will be there. 100% syllabus, nobody can be prepared. It's whatever you get, approximately you will write and you will go. So in that you write properly means what you have to do, how you have to go about, then only you're going to get that satisfaction. Yes, I wrote. Yes, I did. Whatever I know, I have done. Now that satisfaction, nobody can replace. I can't give anybody. It is internally, it is developed. So that will happen. How to read, that and all I will tell in the class, because I can't tell in one day or something in this session. It is a methodology that I follow, and that slowly all the students, about so many students, even in the second PUC also I did all those things. They told me that yes, it has helped me. That only is my methodology, and even for boards also I have got results. So there is absolutely no problem. You will get result anywhere until you follow that methodology. And I would have also told them, and in case they have problems also, what they will do is they'll put me in WhatsApp. So max and all, they'll put me, this ma'am I did not get, that I did not. Then I will answer them. In case even if that is not enough, then they will come and ask. But that they rarely ask me, because by that time only they will know, oh, that is not important, this is only important. Whatever I have learned, just focus on it. Don't, which you do not know, if you don't write, your mind will not tell. If you know, you should write. You should write it exactly. That mark should come. Then you were satisfied instantly. So that will help them. It helps them a lot. Because that boosts their inner confidence, and then slowly they grow.
So tell me, does your academy remain open on Monday to Friday, or all the way till Saturday?
Monday to Friday usually. Saturday it depends. If there is, suppose we have taken some holidays or something, we are and it depends on the syllabus. But usually I'll be covering up all the things and I'll be doing it. But we cannot tell. Life is not that it will be. That time I will tell them to come and give them the correct me or whatever, whoever is there. They'll come and they will give the classes and see that they are also satisfied with them.
So after, when the children finish whatever is being taught in your academy, or whatever they have learned, do you also expect that parents need to give them a little bit of help despite them coming to the academy?
Not help, but see what happens is, parents also tell, really they tell, but students will not listen. I will also tell in the class, they won't listen. So what I'll tell them, we both will come. Check and mate, that means you have no way to go. You will run away from school, come here. You cannot run away from your parents. Then you cannot run away from me. You will have to listen somewhere. And then when the test is over, we have got a red thing. That means we can really hold them and tell, see, these and all you did not do. Why you did not do. See, identifying where the problem is. One student was very nicely, she had got in her pre-boards very less marks. So she came to me, I told her, oh, you have got less marks, your mother has sent me a message. Then I told her, you bring the answer sheets, I need to see. Then I saw that actually in the class and all, she had done those problems. I told, you have done the problems, what is the problem? Then I started realizing it was her concentration. So she used to go off somewhere. That means her mind used to go off somewhere in that problem while she was writing it, doing it. And suddenly after 4 steps, she used to come back. And obviously you will get only 50%. Then I asked her and her mother also, how can I rectify this? Who has to rectify? It is your daughter only has to rectify. But for that, it will take at least 2 months. And in that, what she did, when I told her, sat with her and I told her, these are the consequences because of your concentration. Then she started rectifying. and then she got up till 70% because that takes time. At 15-20 days she started because everybody scolded her, so she started working on it. And this is really, they'll go off somewhere, somewhere they'll go
getting distracted. Yes.
I was asking her, what in the examination you got so much distracted? At least up to in pre-boards you have got distracted. Where is your mind, ma? You have to focus, no? But they'll be bindas, Some are very serious, some are like this.
Yes, it's always a mix. Tell me, after children finish certain kind of, work or portions, do you have some kind of assessments or reports that you share with the parents?
Yeah. If test I will be doing after each chapter.
Okay.
Because the parents sometimes tell you give in between. In between, I will see where I have to give, I will give. Where it is not required, I won't give. But at the end of the chapter, I will give and I will send it to parents. And also I will tell them why they will only get to know. And when they phone, and I will tell them, that's what I will make a meeting, which is very much necessary. And then I'll highlight them why it is, and I will make them, I'll counsel them so that both of them are, know that where their problems are and they rectify it and they move ahead. I have seen that it's very effective. They accelerate. So these are the things. I tell them where their mistakes are and how they can improve. And it really, when they work on it, their marks and their knowledge increases.
Yes, absolutely. So is there anything specific about your academy that you would like to share with the parents?
So my academy, actually, I didn't have any intention. I didn't know that I will be getting a 5-star rating also from the students. I used to tell, okay, you give any rating, at least something is there. No, something is better than nothing, because they have paid also money. But usually students only started giving me 5-star rating. And that went ahead, and today I am 55-star rating. I'm happy to share this because I did not expect anything. I just did it with showing the path to the students and showing love and affection and direction. And this has happened. So do come, and I would like to share the knowledge and give it to the next generation. See, one more thing we should all understand is how many people who are educated are ready to give knowledge to the next generation. I've seen many, parents who are already highly educated. They know more than me, and they are from very good backgrounds, but how many of them are ready to give, and how many can give? How many are ready to battle this, in those economy also? Everything I have to battle. You have to stand in the heat also. You have to stand in the sun also. You have to stand in the cold also. God will give everything. He'll not give only happiness only. He'll give sadness also. He'll give everything. How many are ready to? So if you think that, yes, this is there, and very important that how many people are ready to give, genuinely ready to give to the next generation, then do come and taste the success by enrolling to this. That's what I can say.
Absolutely. I'm sure after hearing the passion and the love with which you teach the children, many of them would love to join the academy. And finally, tell me that what is it that made you actually become an educator? What was that eureka moment for you?
Eureka moment is... in 12th standard, I was teaching 12th standard physics. They were also, they were teaching IIT also students. That is Fiji was teaching them. But my students used to flock me. I used to not understand for physics. Why are they flocking me? When they got all the knowledge there, what is that I am different? And why is that they are flocking me? And I'm teaching all the concepts, and they're learning very nicely, and and they come and flock me. What is the reason? What is that is making me? And for 1 year, I was not knowing only. I used to never have time only. Every time students used to come and I used to teach physics like that. Then I got recognition because of that. That made me the eureka moment to tell who am I and my potential. And if I can give it to the society, then I should start my academy and see what is going to happen. At least let me put an effort. If I'm going to fail or pass, that is a secondary. But I should at least put an effort and see what is going to happen, whether my market is going to accept me or reject me. And fortunately, by God's grace, they have accepted me.
So lovely to hear from you and your story. And I'm sure that, you will continue to inspire many more lives. So we wish your academy all the very best. And we pray that next time when we have you with us, that they will get to hear many more interesting stories like that. So we wish you so much ahead, and God bless you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for hearing me and my story. And I'm very happy to share. And I'm also very happy to be with you. You have been very patient in hearing me. It's very wonderful to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you.